What is going on, guys? So today we're back with another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're actually going to be going over another sync grid. And as I am recording this video, the sync grid has not fully dropped yet. As you can see, Cynthia has not got her expanded sync grid, but as this video goes live, her sync grid will become available because she is actually getting her Poke Fair Scout thing returned, and all you guys can go dump all your gems into that because, I mean, honestly, who else are you going to dump them on right now? So since that sync grid is not expanded yet, we need to switch over to our sync grid helper to explore this thing. So as you can see here, we do have good old Garchomp with his entire sync grid. So typically in these videos, we're going to start in the top left, we're going to work our way into the top right, then the bottom left, then the bottom right, just kind of exploring everything. We're not going to focus too much on the blue tiles because basically they're just stat increases. We really want to focus on the yellow, red, and these green ones, of course, and then the purple ones are actually pretty nice. So let's go ahead and get into this. Starting in this first little quadrant here, we have This Is Too Much Fun. I already screwed that up. This match is too much fun. MP Refresh 3, which is good. We all know what MP Refresh is going to do. This match is too much fun. Propulsion 3. So sync grid level 3. This is actually going to be nice because for people like myself who didn't get enough sync move level on Cynthia, I actually do have a chance now to get those because it is going to be important for the sync grid. So Propulsion 3 is going to have a moderately good chance of reducing the user's sync move countdown by 1 whenever the user's move is successful. That's amazing. I have said since the get-go, anything that reduces the sync move countdown is amazing. So I love that. We do have Sharp Entry 1, which raises the user's critical hit rate when the Pokemon enters battle. That's good. And then Sands of Time 2 quickly charges the move gauge in a Sandstorm. So that's also pretty good. Now we do have 2 sync move boosts right here, which is good because as a Mega, you don't get that big of a sync move. It like starts out at like 160 or something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, it's not very great. So having the additional damage here is very good. Now, moving on into the next quadrant in the top right, looks like we do have a couple of power increases. Stomping Tantrum there, Stomping Tantrum, Stomping Tantrum, and then we have a bunch of slashes, which is a-okay. Now, we do have Stomping Tantrum Move Gauge Refresh, which is great. Move Gauge Refresh is always nice. We do have Defense Crush on Stomping Tantrum, which has a good chance of lowering the target's defense when an attack against it is successful. Okay, so whenever you successfully attack something, their defense could drop. All right, gotcha. And then Slash Critical, Strike 3, powers up attacks if they become critical hits. That's really good. I don't use Slash very often. I mean, Earthquake is kind of the whole point of running Cynthia for the most part. There are special occasions where you would use Slash or Stomping Tantrum, but I guess, you know, if you want to go for a quicker, less bar-hungry build, Slash Critical Strike would be pretty decent. Now, moving into the bottom left-hand corner, we do have Sand Shelter. Protects Pokemon from damage in a sandstorm. That's perfect. I mean, Acerola and Cynthia go together like peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Next, we do have X-Attack MP Refresh 3, which is good. Then we do have Sandscreen, which special defense increases 50%. Holy cow, that's actually really crazy. Special defense increasing 50%. That's insane. That gives you a ton more bulk. Soothing Sand 1 restores the Pokemon's HP whenever it takes an action during a sandstorm. Okay. Build Up ensures that the Pokemon's next attack will be a critical hit after using a sync move. Nice. And then Surging Sand 3, which powers up moves in a sandstorm. So that's good. Plus, we also already have a passive for Surging Sands, so you're just basically adding multiples of that together to get even more damage. I'll go ahead and mention that first. And then we do have the Earthquakes. All the Earthquake damage you could want, which is amazing. Then we do have Ramming Speed, so the more the user speed has been raised, the more it powers up moves. I actually like that a lot. And then we have Earthquake's Move Gauge Refresh, of course. So, holy cow. I would say that this grid is very, very good. That opens up a lot of doors for Cynthia. I would say that makes a lot of sense here. So, in terms of like general build ideas, I mean, you could honestly go a multitude of directions. If you're looking for something that's got like a lot more utility, if you plan on using it with Acerola a lot, then definitely going into this bottom section down here in this bottom left-hand quadrant, you really would want to stick to a lot of those, because those work together with Sand Shelter, being in a sandstorm in general. All that stuff is going to be really freaking good. If you want just maximum damage out of Garchomp, maybe you want to stick to, you know, this whole quadrant here in the bottom right-hand side, getting a ton of those earthquakes. You could probably go up into this top right-hand quadrant, get a lot of the Slash or Stomping Tantrum, whichever one you prefer. You're going to have to get at least one Stomping Tantrum no matter which direction you go, but I mean, either way, there's a lot of damage to be had up there. And then I think that this top left-hand quadrant is kind of like the no-brainer one. I mean, honestly, I mean, Sands of Time 2, it kind of goes along with more of what's down in the bottom left, but Sharp Entry 1 is great. And I mean, well, okay, so it's either like the no-brainer, depending on what your playstyle is, it's either the no-brainer section or it's the I'm completely gonna pass on this section. Because do you care if this match is too fun, has an MP refresh on it? Depending on your playstyle, you may not really care, because it may just not really matter to you. But Propulsion 3 is what's so important to me. That's why, for my playstyle, I feel like, yes, it's a no-brainer. I probably wouldn't get everything in this quadrant for sure, but I would definitely go, like, I would get something at least like those three. I would go those three bare minimum for my personal playstyle. You don't necessarily have to have the sync move upgrades, but at least those three. But that's just me. Maybe if you wanted to go like something like that, that wouldn't be too bad either. Get some extra stats out of it, but hey, to each their own. I definitely think that this sync grid greatly helps out Cynthia. She's not a slouch by any means already, but this just really helps. So that's pretty freaking good. As usual, we are going to do a quick Sync Pair Scout here. So like I said, as soon as this video goes live, the Cynthia Scout is back on. Being that it's the case, I don't have anything to do. You know what, we're going to do this daily scout really quick, because why not? You guys are going to get 2 summons in one video. We're just going to do that, and then I'm going to skip it because it's guaranteed to not be anything important. All right. And then we're going to do one on the Wallace banner. So I would enjoy another copy of Wallace, because we do already have him at 2 out of 3. But hey, we'll see what's happening here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And I just threw my phone down by accident. So no flashy animation. No good antenna. We have gotten faked out quite a bit on this banner though. So 4-star doors again. That's the second 4-star fake out we've had on this banner in a row since I've been recording. So anyways, thank you guys so much for thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. What am I doing? That is actually going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching. As always, remember that if you want to join the Discord, you can do that down below. Also, down there are links to YouTube memberships and Patreon if those are your thing. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and head out, but I will catch you guys in the next video.